9/11 was a terrible event and affected a lot of people, especially in the New York area.
The morning that 9/11 happened, I was awoke by my wife, told me to turn on the TV. You know, you had to see what was happening, and I actually watched it unfold in front of my eyes.
I really thought it was a War of the Worlds kind of a thing from back in the day, a fiction kind of radio broadcast, but of course it was not.
I was confused, sorrowful, wanting to know what I could do to help.
It was actually surreal, and we had an opportunity to go down to the Ground Zero site that first weekend since we canceled the games that weekend, and kind of chip in and help out and do everything we could as players. And it was amazing to see people pull together and do what they were doing to try to help someone else and try to rescue people and just try to clean up.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I really do, even though it was 10 years ago. It's been quite a while, but you know, it was a sad day for our country. You know, it was a sad day for a lot of people.
Since coming up here to the New York area, you know, I've met many people who were affected and lost family members, lost friends in that tragic day.
I had an office in the World Trade Center with Fertitta Enterprises, but we actually literally moved out of that office 4 or 5 months before that had happened. And all I could think about was, what if we hadn't moved out there? What would have happened to our team members and our employees?
My very good friend Neil Levin had just been appointed head of the New York Port Authority, and I knew that his office was in the World Trade Center. So I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, okay, it's 8:15 or 8:45 there in that general vicinity. Maybe Neil hasn't gotten to work yet because he's one of the bosses. Maybe he's going to be late showing up today, but he did not. He had a breakfast in the restaurant on the top of the building. So I lost a very good friend that day, Neil Levin.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
When it happened, it bothered me tremendously, and to the extent where it made me wonder whether football was worth it, whether I ought to be doing something else that would be more useful for other people.
Football in general gave the fans something to look forward to and to take their mind away on those Sunday afternoons and kind of free their mind of everything that was going on around us.
People who didn't know each other came together and you know, felt sorry and grieved for New York City and the people that were lost on that day.
It's on, you know, the people's minds up here very often, still have effects from it today, and so it's an important day.
It's very important that we don't forget. I think we have a tendency sometimes to do that in this country because we have things so well. So for me, I'm reminded annually based on a very good friend, Neil, and I'd like to believe that as a country we're not going to forget this particular moment.
This country's resilient, and what's happening now with Ground Zero, it's getting rebuilt. New York is back, it's vibrant. It just kind of speaks to what kind of country we have.